Welcome back. This week we are in torrential downpour conditions, which is affecting our sluicing plans, but we are going to weigh the gold and see how much we actually get to keep. Come and join us. Okay, hold it right there. What I didn't know when I recorded the intro to this episode was that we were about to have one of the most epic equipment rescues we've ever undertaken on this creek, and maybe even a couple other creeks before that. Stay tuned and see how we did it. So as you can see, it's pouring rain, and this has let up quite a bit. This morning I was in my groove, I was sluicing, I thought life's good, but I knew the rain, it was coming down pretty hard. And right when this was all just, nicely happening, we're getting the soupy pay dirt from the rain, boom. We were in between filming today. David was gonna have the day off. It was raining. We thought, oh yeah, no worries. So I just grabbed my phone, and you get to see what happens when we have a blowout. Mother Nature decided to send a wall of water down from the tributaries, and so our pump was about 5 minutes away from being lost, gone, down the creek, never to be seen again. So instantly, shut everything down and ran down there, and Alan came up and we managed to save old Orangey. A little bit of rain is good, but when it's non-stop downpour like this, you're gonna have a problem. This really needs to stop for even an hour. It would help, it would calm things down. It's just amazing what a few hours of non-stop rain will do out here.
Hey there. You were protecting the guys from the bears? Good girl.
So, sun's out, fun's out. Yeah, I was hoping we'd be sluicing, but we have a bit more work to do before we can fire that back up. So in the meantime, we are fixing and making our equipment better. We got Frisco and Liam putting ice lugs on the 10 so he can go down to the cut and not slide around in the permafrost. It's a big area and it's deep. It's like 40 to 50 feet deep in some places, but from what we've seen, it's well worth it. And I'm hoping that cut alone is going to make our season. So in the meantime, Frisco's going to walk the 10 down to the cut. Liam and Alan are going to keep stripping, and I am hopefully going to fire up the plant and get some gold to pay for all these repairs.
So putting corks on a machine is like pretty much putting tire chains on a vehicle just to give you traction, and not having them, it's like a 160,000 pound toboggan, and we don't want that. That's it. It's all corked up, ready to go. Now we're just gonna walk it down to our new cut and get back to work. Well, nice to see this thing finally leave the yard. Control valve all sealed up. Brand new rollers. All corked up. I'll just walk her down to our new cut. Start stripping some ground. Whole new machine with new rollers on. This is the start of cut number 3. We call this the old timers cut. They were here a long time ago and made a bunch of little gopher holes, so that's why we're calling it the old timers cut. I'm gonna have to high blade my way in here and kind of knock all the trees down. same thing on my way out, make a different path so I don't get any Joe pokes. It's not the prettiest work, but it's gonna work. So this is our final cut of the season. It's gonna take quite a while to open up. It's probably our biggest cut we're gonna do. The glacier cut still thawing. Trommel cut is almost down to pay, so we'll start sluicing that soon. And I'll work on this for the next month or so and get as much ground opened up as I can by myself. And I'll get some help, and we'll finish our season off here. This ground's supposed to be pretty rich. Al and I walked this last night and put a ribbon up, so gotta go try to find that. That's where I start. So. Well, I'm gonna get out, check my ribbon, see if I can find it, see if I'm in the right spot. Well, I found it, and I'm way off. Well, that was pretty good. Ribbon's right there. Well, this is the old timers cut. It's a pretty big one, lots of mud to move. I'll start at a high spot here and start ripping and tearing. Should be pretty safe back here. It's all frozen black mud, we hope. So there's a nice flat spot up here where we can start putting all our overburden, backstack it. It's another beautiful day in the Yukon, moving mud. Oh, that's not good. You got a radio, Al? Hello. Stuck.
What's that?
I am stuck.
That's good.
Foot of frost and nothing but loon underneath it.
Need a hand or you need another machine or what's the dealio?
Thinking another hole.
Just drive down underneath you there so you can jump off the bank.
You really are young, Alan. Just following in his footsteps wherever you go. Eh? Probably starving too.
I wasn't up there very long.
Good start.
I just did one rip because it felt hard, and as soon as I went to back up and I got half a blade full, and then the whole left side of the cat just sunk out of sight. So, well, hopefully pull her out. I got a blade full of mud in front of me too, so we'll have to dig that out and hopefully she comes out.
Now it feels like Groundhog Day, the movie again. It's just another stuck week, I guess. We'll yard it out again. Off we go.
This has not been a good week. I don't think I should have joked about getting stuck so much because this seems to be a recurring theme now.
We can't get up in there. The quad won't make it. We can't walk up in there to see what's going on because it's a mud pit. Unfortunately, this is one rescue we're just gonna have to watch from the sky.
You won't pull it out? You need another hole?
No way. He wins the trophy.
Yay
New
me.
world record.
Yay me. Yeah.
This is not a mission anymore. This is what would you call this?
Screw up.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not a screw up. It was gonna happen.
First and last, hopefully.
Okay. That's our mission.
That's our mission.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it feels like when you rip a frost cap now. As opposed to ripping solid permafrost.
We'll just keep bringing hose until we get that thing out. Liam's celebrating.
And they laughed at me.
We'll laugh after it's out.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
It is very stuck.
So we walked one excavator down, but in this case, we're in particularly nasty crap, and it didn't do the job. So we're gonna try it to see if 2 will pull the cat out. And if that doesn't work, we'll go get another excavator until the job gets done, because we need to get out. So we started out with 1 guy buried in the woods. Then there was 2, and now there will be me, which makes 3. Let's go see if we can get this thing out. This is a hole. Like, I know I shouldn't swear, but this is nasty. This is an absolute mess. Frisco just scraped the moss off, and it's just, there must be an underground spring. This is not gonna be easy. We've pulled machines out. We pull them out all the time, but like once we pull it out, it's still, we're just gonna sink for the next probably 40, 50 feet. So it's gonna, it's gonna be quite the operation. No time like the present.
We're each gonna grab a corner bit and pull like crazy. Problem is, there's a big hole behind here too, so the excavators are trying to get stuck.
We can't even keep the hose on solid ground here because it's just ice and muck. So I don't know how they're gonna do this, but we're gonna give it a try. This is a first for me. We have never needed 2 excavators to pull out this dozer. Oh, holy Alan. Wow, my knee is just shaking. This is nasty. Looks like we moved it a few feet, but you can just see water pouring in here. Oh, man. Come on, baby. Come on. I always said I wanted a life of excitement. I don't think I was really talking about this. I think we are starting to make some progress. Wow, they lifted me right up. Oh, Jesus. Good job, Frisco. Wow, that's over. I think I need a beer after this. What a mess.
It's the worst.
We did it.
Took everything it got.
Holy you two are this way, I was this way. But look, it's on hard ground. That was pretty epic. Hey?
I didn't think it was gonna
Look at
come.
the hole
I
it's
did.
in. Oh.
I could feel it. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Once we broke the suction.
Once you broke that, it was like, okay. And I'm like leaning up, I'm looking up at the sky, going, oh, I'm having a beer tonight. That's not gonna work. Cold beers, heavy pans. Now we just need the heavy pans.
And I hope there's a lot of nuggets under here.
This is why we're doing this.
Because this is going to be a challenge.
Usually you have a few days grace when you first start stripping, not here. These old timers are making us work for this.
Well, now we've patted ourselves on the back long enough. It's time to get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
All right,
Let's get out of here.
let's get out of this mud hole. If I had to sum up this week, I would call it the week from hell. I mean, we do get those more often than I'd like to admit. We started off the week with a torrential downpour, which cut our full day of planned sluicing into a total of 2 hours before everything went haywire. Then we got buried in the woods, but we successfully rescued that. And to end the week, we have gold. So it can't all be bad, right? We have gold. Now this is only 6 days of sluicing because that is all we've managed to accomplish so far this year with our small crew and everything else that's been going on, the breakdowns, the mechanical repairs, the rain, the whatever, you name it, we've had it. But we have gold. So let's see what we've got. We've got 60 ounces right on the nose. Let's divvy it up and see if I'm left with anything at the end of it all, shall we? If this was spot price, 60 ounces, this would be like $276,000 Canadian at today's price, if it was spot price. Now, I've explained this before, no gold miner gets to keep all their gold. I mean, ours is 71%, but each creek is different purity. Some can be down to 55% pure and some are as high as 92% pure, but it is never 100%. No gold miner gets to take home the spot price of gold. So it's a common misconception when you're seeing things and it's, oh, they've got 60 ounces at today's price. It's, $275,000, but that is not the case with placer gold on any creek. Okay, here comes the depressing part. What we actually get to keep, okay? So it's a nice heavy little jar. Let's start with royalties. That'll go to the ground owner. We are talking 9 ounces of gold. My fuel bill so far this year, but I can pay it. Oh, mechanical repairs and parts, wages. Shoot, I need more jars for my bills. This one is going to be payments on my equipment. In the green pan, that would be what's left over after this month's payments and bills are looked after. There might be an ounce there, so I don't know. I could buy maybe some nice steaks and some beer. Life's good. The bills and payments aren't always this tragic. It's just when you're first starting, and this is our first actual gold weigh. So obviously your bills and expenses are going to be a lot higher at the beginning. So, this is great because I can actually just look after it. It's done. They're paid. I won't owe anybody any money. Life's good when you can end like that. I am ecstatic. And if, there's a little bit left over, maybe we'll go buy some more parts that we need or, whatever we need to keep this thing floating until we can sluice again, which is definitely going to be tomorrow. Before we finish, I want to thank each and every one of you for your awesome comments and your views and for subscribing to our little channel. it's been a really fun journey so far, and I know it's just going to get better. But I just want to thank you all for following along on our season this year. It's going to be a wild ride. Join us again next week for another episode, and I have no idea what that is going to entail, but I can pretty much guarantee you it's going to be an adventure. Until then, my friends, may your beer be cold and your pans heavy. Cheers.